This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk through this 2019 Puma XLE travel trailer, model 30DB SC. So this is going to be sort of a how-to show-through video, so you can get an idea how the thing works. So we'll start right back here at the exterior kitchen. First of all, you have power stabilizers. One switch controls both rear stabilizers, and then up front, one switch controls both front stabilizers. You have a pull-out piece here, and then you have your cooktop here, convection cooktop. You have water. You have a dorm refrigerator, and also, if you want to plug in a grill or something like that, you have this quick connect right here to the LP system. Okay? So you can always do that. You have a power awning with LED strip, outside speakers, some TV hookups here with a bracket. Now your water heater, let me take the lid off here. Keep in mind that this works on both gas and electric, and to turn on the electric you use this toggle switch right here, and that controls the electric heating element that's behind this cover. Okay, so that's how you would turn that on and off. Now there's switches inside also, which I'll show you, but keep in mind, like right now this is empty because it's winterized. You always want to make sure you fill it up before you turn the heating element on, or the burner for that matter. The anode rod slash drain plug goes right in here. You screw it right in there. It takes an 1 1/16 6-point socket. Okay? And it's, like I said, it's drained right now, and it's also in bypass mode because it's winterized. Okay? So this is the vent for the range hood up here. You can reach up there, and there's two little thumb holes there. You can pop the baffle free so it flaps freely. So if you're venting to the outside, you want the baffle in there to flap freely. Okay? This is to fill your fresh water tank. I mean, the most common way to get water to this trailer is through the city water hookup. But if you don't have city water, if you're boondocking or you're just someplace without city water, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here, and then use the onboard pump to pump the water. Okay? There's the switches for your front stabilizers. Now this has this is your hitch. It's a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. So we'll show you how that operates when you pick up. You also have your dump hose in there. You have your cranks. With this crank here, you can go to the opposite side of the trailer, the off-door side, and you can actually operate the stabilizers here, for example, with using this crank here. This one here is just a 3/4 inch crank. So you have 3 different cranks with it. Now this is your power tongue jack here. If it ever fails, you can pull this plug and you can crank it from there. So you could always get it up or down, or even if for some reason it fails, just by pulling that plug and putting a socket on the hex that's in there. Okay. You have a deep cycle marine battery, 2 LP tanks, both full. That's just part of the pass-through storage there. You have a slide topper, brand new slide topper on it. You have, let's see here, black tank and gray tank valves. Black tank is there and the gray tank is there. The black tank is toilet water and waste. The gray tank is sink and shower water, of course. Let me look around here. This is your city water hookup. So that's the most common way to get water to the trailer. This is just an outside shower for, you know, things, kids, dogs, feet, whatever you're gonna hose down. Okay, let me just look around here. Make sure I don't forget anything. I told you can use that crank on these stabilizer jacks. So I'm on the outdoor side here. See, there's a shaft with a pin through it right there. That one crank that I showed you has a cylinder with a slot cut in it. That'll fit right on there. So if you need to, in an emergency, you can crank this manually. Okay. You have a ladder, which makes it easy to access the roof. Figure every 90 days or so you want to go up there and make sure everything's in good shape up there. Your cord pulls out from the trailer itself. It's a 30 amp cord. Okay. So let's go inside. Looks like he's got music going in here. Let me... So there's the power here. There we go. Okay. So, this is your control panel here. So you have your levels, all your levels are here, right? You have your water pump switch right here. That's to pump water out of the fresh water tank. It's also used to winterize the trailer. Your water heater on gas right there, right? I told you that there's also a switch out there. Remember, in the lower left-hand corner to turn the electric heating element on. Your lights are right here. Slide room switch here. Your power awning here. Never leave the power awning out unattended. Always roll it in if you're not going to be at the campsite. And this, you have tank heaters on your holding tanks, and you turn that on right there. So it just extends your camping season, basically. Okay. The thing to know, this is where your TV hooks up to your antenna here. That it should always be green like that after using the antenna. You can shut it off like that, but you want it on or you won't get a good picture. Okay. Your sound system, your stereo is right here. You can play discs here, CDs and DVDs, of course. You have Bluetooth on it. You have AM/FM radio, and you should have 2 speaker zones also, I believe. Let me look. Yeah, zone 1 and zone 2 right here. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. You can flip that open to get at the USB port. So it's got everything you need. This couch, jackknifes flat, turns into a bed. This table here, you can pull the poles off of the legs off the table and then drop the table down onto these cleats here, and then fill in the space with these cushions, and you got another bed here. Okay. Microwave works like any other microwave. This is your range hood I told you about with a fan and light in it. Remember, I told you to open the baffle if you're going to be venting to the outside. So here, very simple, you have 3 knobs here for the 3 burners, and then this is the sparker. You spark it by turning it clockwise, and then there's the oven knob there. So let's see here. There you go. So that's that simple. When it comes to the oven, you have to use a grill lighter to light this. Looks like it's never been used. We see that all the time. But you need a long neck grill lighter. That's the pilot light back there, okay? So what you do is you'll just go to this oven knob, you go to pilot and depress it and keep it depressed. Then you'll go with your long neck lighter and light the pilot light. Once it lights, you'll still hold this in for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. Then you go to whatever operating temperature you choose. Thing is, when you shut it off, the flame goes out, of course, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. This is your LP detector here. It should always be green. If not, get it serviced. Your thermostat here is analog. It's very simple. Just try to keep the fan on auto. Right now it's clicked 1 to the right, which is heat. If you go to off and then fan to the left, that's the air conditioner running without the compressor. Cool is full air conditioning. It's very, very basic analog. When it comes to your refrigerator, this is a gas absorption refrigerator, so it works on both 110 AC and LP gas. So you're going to run it on auto. So when you turn it on, it says auto right here. That's what you're going to use most often, because auto means electricity, and what it does is it always seeks out electricity. If it can't find it, it'll automatically switch to gas for you. So if you're gone for the day, let's say, and you have a power failure at the campground, it'll sense that and it'll switch to gas and light, and your food will stay cool. It won't spoil, your food won't spoil, anything like that. So auto's the way to go. Now you can turn it on gas just like that, but if you leave it on auto and there's no electricity, it'll turn to gas automatically. The other thing to remember about this is for temperature. This thing right here, let me turn the light back on here. This thing right here is the thermistor. You can see there's a cable coming up with and it's got a blue, or it's got a cylinder on the end. So you look at this blue decal here, it shows you the higher you go with this, the cooler it gets. So you're basically going to have that up as high as you can get it. If it's cold outside and starts to frost up, you can back it off, but generally speaking, you'll have it up all the way. That's how you set the temperature. Alrighty. We'll go into the bunk room real quick. Pretty self-explanatory bunk room wise, but down here is your power converter. So what this does is converts AC to DC power, right? So here you have regular AC circuit breakers, 110 AC like you'd have at home, and they're all labeled here, right? Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side. So you got 12 volt fuses, and they're all labeled here. So the AC power is converted to DC power here. If you have a wild lightning strike or a power surge and the 12 volt side goes out, you always check these two 40 amp fuses here, the orange ones, because those protect the whole system, and that's where the issue will be. So keep that in mind. This is also a battery tender, so as long as you're plugged in, it's going to sense how much energy your battery up front needs, and it'll keep it charged. So when you're pulling down the road, your alternator will be sending power through your charge line to the battery to charge the battery. When you're plugged in at the campground or wherever you're at, this will charge the battery. So your battery should always be charged up good. All right. Back on my feet here. Okay, so the bathroom. Your sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. This is a GFCI. There's probably two of them in this trailer, so keep in mind all the plugs in the trailer are wired to a GFCI. So if you're using the plug outside and it pops, you're going to reset it in here, okay, or at the other one. This is the flush here. You pull this forward. It's got antifreeze in it right now because it's winterized, but the black tank is directly below, so you can't use it dry. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water, that sort of thing. You'll come in here, you'll put one dose of chemical in the bowl. Then you'll pull the flush lever forward and hold it till at least a gallon along with the chemical goes into the black tank directly below. At least a gallon. You can use more if you want. Then you're ready to use it. If you use it dry, excuse me, the smell will be terrible, plus it can get clogged up. So you always want to make sure you have chemical and water in it before you start using it. And of course you have a fan, and I think that covers everything here, just looking around here. So yes, I think the switch is out here. Yeah, so the switch is right here for the bathroom, and the bunk switch is right next to it. Okay, let's move forward then. Okay, so you can pull the mattress up and there's some storage underneath. You have hookups for a TV set with a backer plate here, so you can put a bracket there if you want to. That's where you rotate your antenna to tune it in right there. It doesn't go up and down, it just rotates. Okay, and there's your escape window right there, your emergency window. Okay, all right. I think that about covers it. So let me look around here. Yes, yes. Okay, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please keep in mind like I stated, you want to inspect your roof every 90 days or so. Make sure nothing's damaged by low branches or road debris or anything like that. Make sure there's no cracking or separation at where the ceiling's at, that sort of thing. And next, right now, this is winterized, so all the water's been purged from the system and replaced with antifreeze. The water heater is drained and bypassed, so it's all set for the winter. Before you turn your water heater on with the electric heating element or the gas valve, make sure that you refill the water tank. Okay, that's important. Okay, thank you.